pleased to be joined today by a guy who has 278 career NHL games spanning over 7 seasons, and as well is the assistant coach with the Sherwood Park Crusaders, Jeff Woywitka. Jeff, thank you for taking this time.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be on.
Now, Jeff, obviously a chaotic year over 2020, spanning all the way back into last year's AJHL season. Now with the Sherwood Park Crusaders, you guys were atop of those standings, getting ready for playoffs. How hard was it just getting that season cut short?
Well, I think it was disappointing, obviously, for the players itself, all the hard work that they put in throughout the year, and knowing that those teams don't come around every day or every year, right? For us, I guess, just to get the chance as a staff to coach that group and to be a part of it for the season, not getting any playoff games in, but just to be a part of that for that term was incredible. And to see the guys that have moved on and doing well and having success right now is really, credit to them.
Now, Jeff, you have experience winning at the junior level as a player, as you did win a WHL and Memorial Cup championship. Did you see what it had to take in that Sherwood Park team, similar characteristics to what you guys had in Red Deer?
Well, I think leadership was the biggest thing. We had good leaders last year in Arjun Atwal, Will Zapper, Nick Carter-Savoy, Mike Benning, Jared White. We had guys that, really took over the dressing room and really made it easy on us as a coaching staff to control the room. And we just kind of had to go in there and run practice, and they took over as far as being ready for practices, games, and it made our job really easy.
Now, one guy you did mention in that group, Michael Benning, obviously a defenseman, and you as the defenseman coach, how special was it just getting to work with him every day and see what he can do on the ice?
Well, I think just any player growing up, you see the way he handles himself. He's always coming to the rink with a smile on his face. He's always excited to be there. There was even when, things didn't go well for him, maybe at one night, he was always there prepared to put in the work the next day to get better, because he knew he was a good player, and, he just wanted to be good every night, and which, showed in games, which the points he put up, and then winning the CJHL Defenseman of the Year, and then getting drafted in the 4th round. Just, there's no surprise, or it's no shock to us that he is where he is today.
And how good must it be getting to watch some of those guys at Denver University in Carter-Savoy and Michael Benning? The two of them are leading the team in scoring. That's got to feel pretty good for, some of your alumni to be doing that.
You bet. No, they're great kids, and those two are like two peas in a pod. They just go to the rink together. They're best friends, and they're almost they don't really know how good they are, I think, because they come to the rink and they're kind of, I wouldn't say they're the brightest two kids, but they're great at hockey. They just know how to play hockey, and they just want to be hockey players, and that's why they're having the success, because nothing bothers them. And obviously we have another guy there in Reed Irwin, which he played out in Lloyd before we got him. He's doing well there. He hasn't played yet, but we got 3 kids there that are really, making our organization proud.
Now, Jeff, final question here. Is there maybe one key that you learned as a player that you're trying to transition and really teach these defensemen coming up while you're coaching?
Well, I think just everything. You got to do everything quick. You got to do everything hard. You got to, I focus on a lot of agility, shooting, doing everything quick, knowing the play before you get the puck, and then obviously being active in the rush. And just quickness, I think, is the biggest thing as far as, it doesn't matter how big you are or that. You still got to play with an edge, but you still got to, want to be involved in the play, and you got to make sure your shots are getting through quick and hard from the point, because there's nothing worse than seeing a shot get blocked. Because I respect that more now. When I didn't used to get my shot through, I could just imagine what the coaches were saying. So I respect that side of it now. And there's things you see that you just respect as as a player growing up, how hard it is day in and day out to do it. And you gotta, the players got to know that too, in a sense that it's not going to be easy, but you put in the work and you'll get rewarded.
Right on, Jeff. Thank you very much for taking this time, and hopefully we can see you behind the Crusaders bench again here soon.
Thanks. I appreciate you having me, and you take care in all these times.